Well, as you start to think about cooking for the holidays, or maybe just having some folks over, you want to give yourself as much counter space as possible.
Professional organizer. I love the fact that Jennifer Jacovino Baptiste from Ace of Space is sharing tips for clearing your kitchen for the holidays. I love that you are a professional organizer. Help me. Help me.
How do we have clean countertops?
Anytime you need. Anytime.
All right, so where do we begin? I'm always overwhelmed when I take a look at my kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, where do I even start?
Right, so a lot of times you don't need to start actually in your kitchen. So if you have things on your counter that are taking up a large amount of space, you kind of need to think where those would live outside of your kitchen in order to make space. So some people store big crock pots, gadgets, all that stuff, basement, garage, pantry. So you need to make a home in those areas first in order to get them off your countertop.
Okay, so get away, unless you're using it all the time, maybe with the exception if you have a KitchenAid mixer, you want to leave that out because they're pretty.
Yeah, those are pretty. So you want to kind of decorate around those. But if you're not using like a blender or your toaster oven, or I've seen a lot of different air fryers, all different things all on the counter, it's taking up prime real estate and taking away from making it look like a clean and presentable atmosphere.
Is there oh, I only use this once a week to I only use this once a month where it resides in the kitchen?
Right. So like something like a crock pot in the summertime, you're probably not using that. You're outside grilling more, doing more kind of grab and go things because you're out and about. In the wintertime, you're probably using the crock pot more. So that might be a time for it to live on the counter versus the summertime where you're probably not going to be using it.
Yes. And you want to keep the table clean and clear. And you say maybe it's a little motivation. If we create a tabletop you love, like placemats and pretty things, then we won't want to junk it up.
Absolutely. What you want to do is just grab something that's transitional. So I grabbed what was on my table, actually. And this is just a simple galvanized stand. I keep my butter, my salt, pepper, and the napkins. And then on the top, I change it out by season. So I did some pumpkins and some pine cones and things. For Easter, I have like bunnies and fun little flowers and eggs in it. And I just kind of transition this. And then I have the placemats around it that coordinate with the color scheme for my kitchen.
Jen, when I open my closets, things fall out of them.
No, they don't. You're so neat.
No, my plastic containers where I store them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're starting to fall out of the closets. Like, how do I adjust cabinet shelves?
So cabinet shelves, everybody gets into a house and they just leave the shelves the way they are. So, for example, in here, you can adjust the height based on what you need. I have a Lazy Susan in here, so I wanted it a little bit higher so that I could see what was in there, and I spaced them. But everybody kind of just leaves them the way they are and sets it up how it is, but you can adjust those shelves. Sometimes it's not the easiest, but with a pair of needle nose pliers, just to pinch the clips that are on the side, you can accommodate it to how you need it.
I think also I'm on the shorter side, and I did this last year. I moved everything around. The stuff that I use all the time used to be up, and I put it low.
Right.
It's maybe not where you would think, but now not only can I get it, but the kids could help set the table, or it's like where I can reach it, maybe not where you would think to put it.
Right, convenience. So anything you're not using, always up higher. So like the platters, that type of stuff. I have the iced tea pitcher up there, some of the cake stuff up there, and down below I have the stuff that I would use more often so I don't have to climb the cabinets like a monkey.
All right, and I know supermarkets do this all the time. They move new stuff to the back, like the freshest milk is going to be all the way to the back and the old stuff forward. And you're suggesting we do that as well.
Right. So when you go shopping, a lot of times people don't like to put stuff away because there's not room for it in their cabinets. So what you want to do is what we call rotate your stock. So your new stuff would go to the back of your cabinet or the back of your pantry, and you would pull the stuff that would have a closer expiration date forward, so you're not wasting money and throwing items out that expire. And I was pretty surprised when I went through my own cabinets, because I don't buy a lot. I buy kind of what I need. But this is what I found for expired stuff in my own cabinet. And so I try and make sure I keep up with my stuff, but I actually kind of, when I was going through, found some stuff expired.
And the under the sink, you say that's valuable
that's
space.
my disaster spot.
I know, it always looks like a disaster.
It's a disaster.
We should probably have a little better organization under the sink, because you say that's where we should put grab and go items.
Right. So I pulled mine out, but this is a shelf basket that actually rests on the door. It has a hook on the side, and it's got some foam padding so it doesn't scratch your cabinets, and it goes right inside the door. So when you open your cabinet door, I have some Pledge, Lysol, Windex, and some basic cleaner on mine. The other side, I have trash bags, Clorox wipes, and I think some baby wipes. So those are the things I'm always just grabbing. So I don't even have to bend. I literally open the cabinet and can grab it waist height.
That's awesome. Wait, where did you get those ones?
This is from, I think, Home Goods or TJ Maxx, but it's hit or miss. So my Facebook page, I'm gonna post some of the things that I purchased and where I've got them, so people can go check it out and see where they can get this stuff from.
So you're not a fan of the garbage underneath the sink, are you, or no?
I'm not. I don't have a tall enough cabinet, and I like a garbage can that has a top on it because I don't want to smell it. I'm super smell sensitive, so I want something that's going to close when I'm done with it, and I don't want to smell it every time I open underneath my sink and put my head all in it.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and if you have a newer kitchen, sometimes you have them built into the cabinet. One quick question, and we are going to let people know how they can go to Ace of Space and get your ideas. What's your? We want to recycle more, but recycle can like pile up by the door. So what do you do for recycling so that you can do it but not have it overtake things?
Yeah, I have it actually right behind my trash can. I just have a simple little black, I don't know, it's about a little higher than my knees, can lined with a plastic bag, and we just put our rinse our stuff out because I have cats, and the cat food cans I like to throw in there, but I don't want to throw them in not rinse. So anything that would go in there, we rinse out because it is an open container, and we have it directly behind our trash can. So it's really one-stop shopping over there. It goes in one or the other.
Do you have a disorganizer in your house that you have to constantly keep on top of?
My son, everything is laid out, and sometimes he'll run in so fast trying to either get back out and play with his friends while it's still nice out, or get to the games, and he'll leave his backpack like right next to the hook. I'm like, dude, really? Like, it's right here. Like, I can't make it any easier. I try and make it as simple as possible.
Yeah, it's a disaster. I gave everyone a cubby, and they put their stuff in front of the cubby.
It's great.
Not in the cubby.
Well, thank you, Jen. We appreciate your time today. And to learn more, you can go to Ace of Space on Facebook and Instagram. I think it's fantastic. Jen, thank you so much for your time.
aceofspacect.com too. Thank you so much.
That was pretty cool. I like that.